This is one of the great highlights of Easter Island. This is what brings people thousands of miles from their homes. Magnificent, Royal Protected United Nations Heritage Site of Easter Island. You would be forgiven thinking this was Cornwall in England, but it's not. Here are the clues. Southern Hemisphere, Easter Sunday, Pacific Ocean. Yes, it's Easter Island. And this is the greatest and one of the most famous Moai platforms on Easter Island. It was destroyed in 1960 in a tsunami, rebuilt by the Japanese. They didn't recover all the top knots that were washed inland. Many people come here now, plane load here every day. Internet, television programs, social media have encouraged people to come to Easter Island. And a lot has happened in the last 9 years since my last visit. Far more people are here now. It's very difficult to get pictures of the Moais absent of tourists. So my advice is to come quickly before they actually start develop the area very seriously on commercial terms with hotels and swimming pools. I'm staying in a bungalow for £30 a night, bed with meagre breakfast. Very well furnished bungalow, exotic garden. I'm not staying in one of these expensive hotels because, as I said before, the keenest eye accompanies the emptiest pocket. And I'm enjoying cycling around the island. I'm at the far end now. I'm halfway through the journey I've got to travel on the bicycle. This picture behind me has been framed and it's on the wall in one of my rooms at home. It is truly a lovely setting, geographical marvel. Behind the scene in front of me, I should say, that was a Moai village. The remains are there. There's a broken Moai out in the middle of the former site of the village. You can hear the waves pounding upon the rocky volcanic shoreline. It's truly a wonderful place to come to. It's ecotourism. And I'm teaching the children at summer school to appreciate Easter Island as a place where they're developing tourism in a developing country. Normally teachers will teach about Kenya, maybe Botswana, developing ecotourism. But the same principles apply here. People will come here to enjoy many hours on an aeroplane, expensive way of living here, because you have to pay to enter the parks now. That was brought in, I think, around 2011, and you could visit the parks for 5 days with your ticket. Now, some of the places, like the Quarry, you have to pay again and again when you return. That's the new rule. Again, it's to maximise income for the island, the islanders, money to be spent on keeping the environment clean. So, please come to Easter Island in small numbers as soon as you can, before there's too many people here. Auf Wiedersehen, Dankeschön. This is Anakena. I've cycled about 20 miles. This is the northeast corner of the island, and it's the only part of the island which possesses a beach, a sand beach. And it was here around about 1000 AD that oral history firmly states that the island was colonized from this point by the Rapa Nui people coming from other islands in southeast Polynesia. And archaeological evidence in the area does prove that it was intensely inhabited. And these very striking Moai with top knots in situ adorn the area. I was here on a very sunny day in December 2006, and life was more photogenic then, that time of year. This is the beginning of autumn, so there's a little bit of rain in the air at the moment, but I will continue on my way back to Hangaroa. I got a non-stop, hopefully non-eventful journey through the centre of the country. So this is where the island was colonised, on this landing beach at Anakena. I've just got back here at 10 to 6 after circumnavigating the island about 36 kilometres. That must be what, 20 miles, is it?
Yes.
20 miles. I've hired one of these bicycles. They're from China. You pedal all the time, and it's an electric assisted bicycle. But the trouble was, 16 kilometres away from here, near Anakena, the power ran out. And it ran out where I was having to climb the steepest hill on the route. And I was pedaling away, and I couldn't pedal any further, and I had to walk and push the bike, and it's really hot work. And I stopped this vehicle with two men in, and I told them in Spanish, please, to tell the company, I said, no queda poder, which means I don't have any power left. And I asked the men in the Jeep to send the owner out to find me. Hopefully he could charge the bike up. Fortunately, I managed to push the bike up that 4-kilometre hill and pedal all the way back here. I was very lucky because most of the ground was downhill and it levelled off, and it was a few slight inclines. But I've made it back here, and Natalie's offered to give me my money back, but I really don't want to take money from the company. But what she's going to do is let me have a free day out tomorrow. So I'm very pleased that I'm back, so thank you very much. Thank you.